Guys, don't forget to subscribe and help the channel get to 150k subs! Welcome to FANS Wethu TV. It's the Betway Premiership. Kaizer Chiefs 0, Mamelodi Sundowns 0. I'm joined by Takuto.
Hey, sure, Stativo.
Yeah.
I'm not. Today, let's get into the game, Steve. Yeah. Let's be fast because Marcos are waiting. They want to also get an opportunity.
Yes.
Look, big ups to their goalkeeper Peterson, who I think was marvelous today.
Yeah.
I think where he was needed to come out of the post, I think was critical for them.
Yeah.
I think the manner that they applied themselves today, Kaizer Chiefs, with Morena on the right side, very balanced. I think the guy did well. I think the guy was able to contain Sundowns from the win. I think Tashik Morris is one dangerous player. I think today was managed by the presence of Morena. I think he did quite well. In the centre back, I think Gwinega for me today, though he's not comfortable of holding the ball, but I think he was vital for Kaizer Chiefs. I think he stopped a lot of balls that were supposed to head them. I think he was very vital for them today. So I think he stands out as one of the contenders coming into this game. And then they had Cardozo, who also I think was brilliant. I think in the second half there was a ball there that it had jumped Gwinega. He came in, was critical, was vital for them. So I think he did exceptionally well. You come to the left, the computer itself, you can see that it has upgraded to be a laptop.
Yeah.
That thing is a machine. I think in the manner that he applied himself today, he was brilliant. He was vital for Kaizer Chiefs. I think Kaizer Chiefs, in the manner that they attack, when Munyani goes, the other one comes back. I think they have got a shape that they can play with. But when you go into the middle field, I think Ox was brilliant for them. I think the manner that he applies himself, he wins the ball, but I think he needs to work on his passing because most of the time he wins the balls, but he cannot do much with them. I think earlier today for me, I think the player was off. I think Nabi saw it quite early, tried to substitute him and bring in somebody faster, but I think he was a bit off for me today. And then on the right, I think in the first half they had their number 10 as Mdu, who I think was brilliant in the first half, but bringing Serino I think was vital for them. I think the guy came in, tried to run, tried to open space, but I think the time that they brought him in, both Modi and Lelepo were finished in terms of their strength. So they couldn't catch up most of the time. They couldn't run with him and support him better. Dua in the first half also, fair. He was fair. I don't think that he was very critical for them. And then Lelepo in the first half, the player tried to put in a long range, but it was not the day to be. Williams was brilliant there. So come to Sundowns, I think the manner that they applied themselves today, they were also brilliant, especially in the first few minutes of the first half. Rambola becoming key in the first half, but in the second half it was completely dead. I think the technical team saw it and then managed to remove him and bring in another player. But I think Allende today also was collecting too deep for Sundowns. So I think that's where the problem was. Trying to bring in Obas, I think they were trying to help Allende to progress forward. But I think Kaizer Chiefs today was quite strong. It was in their home base. The support, the 12 men was there. So I think it was quite critical. But I think in terms of Sundowns today, I think what was critical, they've changed 3 defenders coming into this game. Their right back, Morena, is playing his first game today. You have Basadine playing his first game today. You have also this number 42. Are playing his first game, you know, so they changed the entire backline today. So they were doing trial and error, a bit of trial and error. I think Kaizer Chiefs, if they had brought in Dupreez a bit early in the second half, could have had them because the guys were very uncomfortable. You could see the way Kaizer was just shouting at everyone. There's a bit of miscommunication there at the back. So I think Kaizer Chiefs needed to have put in more pressure with faster players that they brought in. They brought them a bit late. But I think in the way that they are going, I think they are a force for this season. They are going to shock a lot of people in the way they are applying themselves. There are players that they've got from the bench. They can be able to respond to many situations. But I think the right back in terms of Morena, of Sundowns, I think we need to accept when the career is over. You know, I think Morena offered them bluntly nothing today. I think the guy can't even keep up with the pace of the game. So they exposed him. They even had to bring in Madunya on the right to come and try and help them. But it was too late in the game where he also didn't offer much. So I think today, look, big ups to Kaizer Chiefs. I think they were much better in terms of applying themselves and expressing themselves, considering where they come from last season. I think the way they applied themselves, big ups to them. They are on the right track. I think they are on 10 points. They are contesting to be number 1 in 4 games, which is very good, considering last season in the last 10 games they struggled a lot. So I think big ups to them. These players that they brought in, they are trying to help them. But I think Kaizer Chiefs needs to buy an attacking midfield, a guy who can progress the balls in the midfield. I think they've got almost everyone they can combine. Everyone is combining, but I think if they can get in a player that can progress forward, who's not afraid to take forward passes, because I think with they've kind of got a similar player to Ox. You know, they don't have a player that is going to progress forward, and in this kind of games, you need a player who's going to help Mdushawala. At some point, we're going to say Mdushawala is struggling, while the support from midfield is not as enough as the way it's supposed to be. So I think they need to really invest in somebody who can actually come in, who's able to open chances in the middle, because Sundowns today, Kaizer Chiefs never tried to penetrate from the middle, and they had Cupido who was playing with Kaizer for the first time. They needed to have tested those two guys in order to win the game. But I think, look, both sides, they played well. But I think, indeed, Sundowns, there's really something wrong. I think the manner that they are playing themselves is not like last season. There is clearly something that is wrong. They just need to be attacked frequently so that at least we can get points while they are still vulnerable like this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brastivo.
High top stuff.